What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Sage Valentine, and I'm here to review episode 29 of CBS's Big Brother season 21. It's also kind of sort of a recap as well. So, anywho, as you know, Holly is the HOH. Nick and Christy are the nominees. Nick was Holly's nominee. Christy was the prankster's nominee. The prankster was Nick, as we all know. And Jackson won the veto and decided not to use it, and it's prank week. When will prank week end? It has its fun times, but I'm kind of ready for it to end because it seems like these episodes have been filled with like filler with the whole pie thing, and I'll be glad when that's over. Anywho, Holly said that she's happy that the veto wasn't used because Nick is her target and now Nick can go. Christy feels confident because she's sitting on the block next to Nick. Nick feels the same way because he's sitting on the block next to Christy. It's crazy how it turned out, by the way. Nicole wants Nick to stay because he's loyal, trustworthy, an ally, and a shield for her. Then we see a segment focused on Christy and Tommy and how they haven't had a time yet to talk and how they had a day one alliance. We already knew because we know those two know each other, and the other house guests allegedly have no idea, even though that whole debacle with the recording made by the DJ that played outside that people say happened, people say it didn't happen. You had like Tommy's family on Instagram Live talking about the house guests didn't hear it, but then you're listening to the conversations at one point and you can kind of tell that somebody heard something. And then in tonight's episode, Nicole revealed that she's putting two and two together. I don't know if this is her way of revealing that she knows that they are more than a pair, and this is the only way she can do it because she's being prevented from doing it. I don't know what's happening in this episode. But then again, with this season, I have no idea. So I try not to even make any sort of predictions because season 21 is just insanity. Anyway, Tommy and Christy vowed to make it to the end of this game together, meaning final two. Christy's talking to Jessica. She says that she is not a big threat or not as much of a threat as Nick is. No, she's an even bigger threat, a huger threat, because she can talk herself out of anything, and that's dangerous when somebody has the gift for gab. It's really dangerous. But Nick being the lone wolf was also dangerous. That's why I kind of wish this week had been a double eviction. But apparently next week is going to be a double eviction. Yeah, Big Brother is doing things at different times. I don't know what they're doing right now. I'm just sitting back and tuning in and waiting to see what's going to happen next because I have no clue. I'm sure quite a few of you guys have no clue. You're just like, all right, let's get to the next thing. That's exactly what we're about to do in this video. Anyway, Jessica agrees with her, and she really wants Christy to stay. And she feels like she's the third wheel to all of the couples and pairs in the game, and she is, and that can work to her benefit. Jessica said that Nick stays under the radar, and that's why he's dangerous. He is, but Tommy is not on the radar either, and Cliff at this point isn't either, but it is what it is. So, Christy would love, in a perfect world, to be in a final three with Jessica because she believes that Jessica will take her to the end. She sure will. And as crazy as this season is, if it came down between Christy and Jessica because of this jury and because of how people feel, I could see Jessica taking the whole prize home. And you're probably looking at this video and saying, Sage Valentine, have you lost your mind? You're wearing your tiny crown today. That's why you're saying all this stuff. No, because these people are foolish enough to crown Jessica the winner of Big Brother 21 because Jessica, in my opinion, is playing a part. I do believe that she knows more than she's letting on. And I think playing the ditzy person, playing the what, I don't know, is a part of her strategy. I have a weird feeling about that. You guys may disagree, but I've got a weird feeling about Jessica, and I could see her getting to the end, getting to the final two, and answering those questions and knocking Christy out of the ballpark. I know, this season is crazy, but anything is possible, and as Big Brother says, expect the unexpected. That would be very unexpected if Jessica was playing a part and she wasn't the stereotypical, naive, I don't know what's going on person in this game. Because in her interview, she seemed like she was pretty capable, so it's a question mark over my head. Anyway, we have a whole segment shown to us. It's the pie punishment segment, as if we didn't see one the day before that and Sunday. Anyways, we get to the next segment, and Nick is like, you know what? It's time for me to campaign. I need 3 votes. I feel like I have Nicole and Cliff. I need Tommy. Here's where things get interesting. Nick and Tommy have a conversation. Man, this is crazy. If you haven't watched the episode already, stay up late if you can and watch the episode so you can see how it unfolds. Tommy is slick, and I've known Tommy was slick since day one. I kept saying to myself, if they don't get Tommy out, he is going to outlast all these people. And he, so far, has done that. So Nick pitches to Tommy and kind of asks him, listen, do I have your vote? Tommy reveals that he doesn't know what he's going to do, but he made a promise to Christy that he cannot break. Well, Nick is flabbergasted. He's had Tommy's back since day one. I'm watching this and I'm just like, dude, you really thought you could trust Tommy? You didn't see how Tommy was moving in this game. If you and Tommy were this close, you should have expected that. You could tell how he was moving in the game, how he would start things and then run away and come back and be the peacemaker. Tommy is moving a mile a minute, but doing so behind everybody's back, and everybody's just like, oh, Tommy, this Tommy, oh, Tommy's the fun-loving Tommy. But that dude has this game on lock, and if they don't get him out by the double eviction, he and Christy both will skate towards the end. Dead serious. Strategically, Tommy is doing well. So then Nick is all upset. He goes to Nicole. He tells Nicole Tommy played him and he's not going to help him. And Nicole is the only one left in the game that has his back. And she says, you know what? I'm really sure that Tommy voted to evict Jack. And as soon as I saw Jack's face pop up in the episode, I was like, yeah, Nicole, you're right. You are 100% right. Yes. And I was watching with my mom, and she was like, what did Tommy do? I said, he voted out Jack. And he did. But his hinky vote was slick. Nobody paid much attention to it because everybody was voting out Jack. But still, nobody put 2 and 2 together at all. That's how sneaky Tommy is in this game. Nicole is wondering when she's in her diary room session what else is going on with Tommy and Christy, because she knows that those two are a pair, but she knows something else fishy is going on, but she can't put her finger on it. This is how I realized that Nicole must have heard something, and she's trying to slowly leak it out, because every time they talk about that mess that happened in the backyard with the DJ and the Christy's like message being played, the feeds were preempted every single time. So I feel like Nicole knows something is up. So then Nicole goes to talk to Holly, and she's trying to see if she can save Nick, but she's trying to do it and tiptoe around it. Well, Holly says that her goal is to get out a big threat, regardless of whether Christy or Christy or Nick goes. It is what it is. And Nicole tells her, I'm afraid that Christy can survive this because she survived the last one. And the one before that, even though she was the 3rd person on the block, still she takes a licking and she keeps on ticking. She keeps going. And Nicole revealed to Holly that Tommy promised Christy a vote. But that information, that session did not change Holly and Jackson's mind, and I didn't think that it would. Then we got a scary clowns popping up segment, which was funny because Nicole was the first person to realize that the scary clowns were like popping up in like the mirror, because like the mirrors in the kitchen are like double-sided, so all of a sudden this clown with blue hair pops up and it freaked out Nicole. Then the other one started popping up. So after this segment ends, Nick campaigns to Jackson and Holly, and he tries to throw Christy under the bus. He tells Nick and Holly he can protect them. He would vote to save Jackson if it came down to choosing between Tommy and Jackson. Jackson seemed like he was interested in what Nick was saying. Well, that's as far as the edit goes. But in reality, he wasn't changing his mind. It didn't work. It didn't work at all. So then we got this jury segment. And here's my take on the jury segment. I miss the old jury segments where people said what they felt, and they really let us know that they were either upset with what was going on or they were happy. It seems like these jury members are too like happy-go-lucky, and they don't really want to say how they really feel. But then again, when these house guests exit the house, they put on these happy faces, and I'm just like, let me know how you feel. If you are upset about being evicted, let me know. Because honestly, it's coming off inauthentic, and it's not like it was years ago, and it just made that whole segment boring. So Jack in the jury house said that he didn't play the game well, and that's why he was evicted. And he's shown playing all these different sports games, like I think it was volleyball and something else, and he was like he needs a partner. And all of a sudden, the next part of the segment shows Kat entering the jury house. She claims she's not bitter. Jack said he didn't expect to see her. And Kat showed Jack the... Jack asked Kat a question. He's like, who do you think will be the next jury member to enter the house? Well, Kat was wrong, because all of a sudden Annalise came walking into the house, and she said that she feels betrayed by Jackson. She showed them her tape, Jackson's HOH win. She thought she was safe. Jackson won veto. The Taco Tuesday fight, Christy ended up betraying Annalise by saving herself, because she started talking about how she, as we know, was going to go after Nick if she became HOH, and that's how she was saved. So Jack thinks that Cliff and Tommy are playing well. Jack, Annalise, and Kat all believe that Nick will be the fourth juror. Nick is flirting his way to the end. Honestly, the segment to me was dry. I didn't really take that many notes, so if you didn't watch it live, when you watch it at 2 o'clock, don't expect much, because there's not much really to see. Again, they really need to let us know how these house guests really feel, because, again, that segment didn't come off as authentic. If somebody's upset, let them be upset. I'm not saying let them have like a string of curses and yell and scream at people, but let me see how they feel about it as much as you can, because I miss those old segments. Well, we get down to the live vote and eviction, and it comes to the statement situation, where Christy's statement is long, and she starts talking and piling on words and piling on words and piling on words. 5 things helped her through life, and they helped her through the game. She's not a perfect person. She hopes they vote to keep her, and she just like kind of yammered on. Then we got to Nick's eviction speech. He said that he missed Sam. He loves Bella, but on a side note, for those who don't know, Bella is not too keen of Nick at this point, or not too keen on Nick at this point, because of the things that he did in the house, particularly with Annalise. Nick says he appreciates America because we gave him the prankster power. Yeah, but we don't like him. And I said allegedly. I've been saying that through this video, and I think I said it last night's video, I'm not sure, but I'm going to keep saying allegedly. But if he was given it by America, it's because people thought that he was going to go after Christy if he won the HOH. Well, it got down to the live vote. By a vote of 5-0, Nick was evicted from the Big Brother house and sent to jury. Jackson, Tommy, Nicole, Jessica, and Cliff all voted him out. It was unanimous. again. So we got to Julie's interview with Nick, and Julie said that Nick's hair looked nice. At no time did Julie, during the live show, mention anything about the things that Nick has said. So when they post the second part of the interview that they had, they're going to post it online. I'm going to watch it and see, and I'll try to mention it in my next review. Anyway, Nick said he doesn't know why his campaigning didn't work. He said that Tommy isn't loyal, but Cliff is... I don't know why I wrote Cliff is. Anyway, Christy is good, and she's good at the game, but she borders on dirty. I don't know what that even meant. He just has a lot of animosity towards Christy. He said that the house guests didn't make a good choice in getting rid of him. No, they didn't, because they should have gotten rid of both of them, but there was only one option to be evicted this week. Again, you can see how I feel about the fact that we didn't get a double eviction this week. I'm kind of like, ugh. So Christy and Tommy managed together, this is what Nick said, to evict 3 6-shooters. So they will have trouble when it comes to the jury. But see, this was the plan from the beginning. Christy and Tommy were always at the bottom of the... They weren't at the bottom, they were in the middle of the 6-shooters. But then they kind of tried to space themselves away from the 6-shooters and act like in the beginning of the game that they weren't all in an alliance. If you remember, if you don't know, just know that at first it just seemed like Annalise, Jack, Jackson, and Holly, and Nick and Bella were the only ones in the alliance, and people really thought that Christy and Tommy were at the bottom of the barrel, but that wasn't even true. So I'm not even surprised they took out the 6-shooters. That was the plan from the beginning, because there's no way they could have gone to the end with the 6-shooters and still remained in the game. In my opinion, I couldn't see that. Nick had this to say about Tommy. He said some other things, but I only pulled out one thing, and that's Tommy is not there when you need him the most. You can clearly tell that Nick is sad about what Tommy did to him. Nick starts to try to make Jackson seem like a good guy, or make him look good, because for those of you who don't know, there's a rumor going around that Jackson's mom is allegedly suing CBS because she feels like her son is being portrayed incorrectly. I'm like, did she forget about the feeds? Because we saw everything on the feeds, not the show. That's why everybody's mad. So Nick was spending like part of his interview trying to make Jackson into a good guy, and I'm just like, Nick, don't let this be the cross that you die on, or what's the word? The hill. There it is. The hill that you decide to die on. You really shouldn't do this. Jackson has said a lot of stuff, and you have laughed at it. So now you're giving people even more ammunition to go after you when the show is all said and done. Nick is just like, his emotions got the best of him. It is what it is, and he believes that Jackson and Holly will win. So when the episode was drawing to a close, Julie Chen started talking about the HOH competition, and we got to see the house guests. It was like, I think it was 6 of them, and they were on the wall. Special wall competition, like a spooky house or something. And it was an interesting competition, and yes, I know who won the HOH, but I won't spoil that for you. If you want to know, you can check social media and you'll find out. You might be able to see some clips, but you're going to find out for the most part. If you don't have access to social media or to the feeds, you'll more than likely find out on Sunday. In fact, you will find out on Sunday. And that competition was weird. Honestly, I was surprised by the winner. There are some upsets, but I was surprised by the winner. That's all I'll say about that. But I will be back on Sunday to review episode number 30 and have it uploaded on time. I will be live on Tuesday on TVCo, the app. Check my description box and you can download the app and join the conversation. thinking about going live next Thursday on YouTube. Let me know if it sounds like a good idea to you, and we can sit there and watch the episode together. I'll literally have the phone like set up like this, and my TV will be on. You'll hear it blaring, but my TV will be on. My TV will be on, and we will watch it together. But I will be doing all these reviews on time. So I love you all. Take care and sign up for TV Koah. I put a lot of vlogs on TV Koah as well. I'm trying to figure out how to move them over here. It's going to take me a bit. But I love you all. Take care. And basically, if you enjoy this ride, hit that subscribe button. These videos pop up on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And the TV Koah live thing is at 7 p.m. Eastern. So love you guys. Take care. And that HOH competition. And I can't wait to see Nick's jury segment and see the jurors surprised by him entering the jury house. But until then, enjoy your evening. And for all of you who have to stay up late to watch it at 2 a.m., enjoy. Bye, guys. Love you all. Bye.